Hey, what's up? We're gonna record a video today, but I'm a little hungry. I haven't had any breakfast yet, so I never get to vlog. We never get to get out of this room. So let's go get some breakfast. I'll intro, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna talk about today, and then we're gonna come back and get into it. Let's do it. I haven't been outside in so long. Gotta adjust all my camera settings. Look, I got some new swag on today. Gear Fever, Ryan, thanks for the swag, man. Looks good, I love it. I always need new shirts, always need new shirts. Oh, it feels good to get out of the house, and I'm hungry. Where should I go? Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A. That's it. I haven't had Chick-fil-A in so long. I gotta wipe my legs. There, that's better. That's better. Let's go get some breakfast. You know, so on this channel, I like to talk about things that hopefully inspire you to do something creative, something you've never done before. I love helping out worship leaders. And a lot of times, worship leaders lead in a context where they're leading by themselves. They find themselves just on a microphone with a guitar, and that's it, that's all they have. And from time to time, that's me. I mean, not that much anymore. I'm usually in a place where I have a full band, but sometimes I'm just leading with an acoustic guitar, but I want more sound. And one of the things a lot of worship leaders do when they want a fuller sound, when it's just them, is that they add pads, ambient pads, worship pads. This is not new, they've been out for years, and what it is just a nice ambient pad sound that sits underneath your guitar, your vocals. It really can bring your set and your sound to life. Another reason I like to play with pads is because you don't have to fill up the space with all your strumming. You can just sit back in the mix and finger pick something or play more lightly, and it just gives you a little more freedom. And one of the situations worship leaders find themselves in when they're leading by themselves perhaps is that they may not have a confidence monitor, and so they're using an iPad for their lyrics and their chords, maybe using Music Stand through Planning Center. And what's cool is you can run pads through that iPad and even through your phone if that's all you have. But then I got to thinking, wouldn't it be cool if you could run your pads through your iPad but through your HX Stomp? And I got to thinking that would be pretty cool, because then there's a lot of benefits that would come with that. Like you could practice with the pad through your headphones, you could hear it, which I get a lot of questions sometimes in my inbox is like, hey, I would like to practice along to the song. Is there any way I can run my phone through my HX Stomp? And the answer is yes. The same way you would run pads through your HX Stomp, you can run any MP3 through your HX Stomp. Anything that comes from your phone or your iPad will go through the Stomp, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And I want to take this opportunity to let you know that I have my own worship pad bundle for sale right now on the website. You can go check it out. It's on sale, it's for sale, and it's actually on sale as a promotional deal right now. So definitely go check them out. I got 3 different sounds. 2 of them I made with the Nord through some effects with the HX Stomp, and then I also used my guitar on one of them, and I've used them the past few weeks and they sound great. Go check them out if you're interested. All right, so here's the problem. I'm here at the place to get food, and I said I wanted breakfast and I wanted Chick-fil-A, but it's 11:35. There's Chick-fil-A over there. It's crowded, a bunch of people. But here's the issue, breakfast is over. So do I just go ahead and get Chick-fil-A lunch? Or do I go somewhere else to get breakfast? Where would that else be? It could be Bojangles. I've had that on the channel here before. I love Bojangles, but I'm just not in a Bojangles kind of a mood this morning. I'm in a Chick-fil-A mood. I think I'm gonna get Chick-fil-A lunch. What do you think? Let's do it. Chick-fil-A lunch. All right, they got me my order really quickly. Got my drink, got my sandwich, but I'm still stuck in line. So they like walked me my order, but I still have to wait in line to leave. Let's see it outside, why not? And we can talk a little bit more about why you would want to run your pads through your HX Stomp. Because if you're just wanting pads and you have an HX Stomp, you might be thinking, well, why don't I just run it right into a direct box? And in that case, you would be right. But like I've already said, if you want to be able to hear it through your headphone jack on your HX Stomp, like to practice at home, you can do that. That would be a reason to run it through the Stomp. Maybe you're in a place where you only have one direct box and you want to be able to have both sounds coming through just one channel. Maybe you're doing that because you want to mix it yourself and you don't want to rely on the sound guide to get the sound that you're going for just right. You want to be able to mix that pad in yourself and just keep it all in one signal. You can do that as well. Okay, for my Chick-fil-A people out there, 2 sauces are my favorite. Which one's your go-to? We got the Chick-fil-A sauce, the classic. Love it, always love it. But then Polynesian sauce. I love Polynesian sauce. And my favorite thing to do is get both of them and go back and forth. I actually already ate my fries because I didn't want them to get cold. So now I'm gonna have to dip my sandwich in this. I'm very much a sauce person. Lunch was good. Time to go. Let's go hook it up. See what we can do. Let's go. All right, we gotta turn my studio lights on. 1 light, 2 lights. There we go. Starting to look like a studio. Turn the lamp on. Yes, that's good. How about that? I gotta get all this stuff out of the way. All right, I'm gonna set up my iPad. I want to show you this little clip. This is the clip I have. It's called iClip. You know what? I don't think I have this linked. I will link this down below if you want it to get your hands on one of these. I think it was like 40 bucks, maybe $50, but it's pretty sturdy. You got this little adjustment right here that you can use to pivot this with. Once it's clamped onto the stand, it clamps on the stand with this little C-clamp right here, and it opens up pretty wide, so it goes on pretty much any stand. And then this part right here just stretches to hold whatever iPad you have. And I find it to be really secure. I really like this. So yeah, I'll link this down below if you want to get your hands on one. Which just reminds me that I actually have a whole page of all my links to all my gear. A lot of it's affiliate, so if you're looking to support the channel so I can continue making videos like this, you can use those links if you're gonna purchase something anyways. And let me show you where they are. Right now, the only way you can get to that page is to go to Instagram and click the links link. You know how Instagram only lets you have one link? You click that and it takes you to all my links, and then there are some buttons there. Let me just show you. Let's record on my phone. Recording, 3, 2, 1, boom. Instagram, let's go here, right there, links, see it? Right there. So you go to links, it takes you to my website, heyworshipleader.com. I should also put my links page on the website probably. Maybe I'll do that after this video. But then you got a bunch of links that you can click on here, and then this one right here, the 5th one down right now, is the Amazon shop. You click on that and it takes you to, it says affiliate shop. Most of the links are Amazon, some of them are not. And then not every link is an affiliate link, so I should probably change that. But anyways, I will go ahead and put this on there, as well as like my iPad is on there. This is the iPad I use. You don't have to have like the iPad Pro or anything. This one was like $3.99. It's pretty cool. And then the cable that you're gonna need is, I got a bunch of cables. The cable you're gonna need is this one. It's a 1/8 inch TRS on this end to 1/4 inch TRS on this end. That way, when you can plug it up to your phone or your device, and if you're an Apple user, you know, you'll have to have the little dongle. And so now I can put this directly to my phone and play my pads. And then I can put this right into the input of the HX Stomp, and I'm gonna show you that in a second. But I tell you all that because I'll have this cable linked below too. It's really sturdy, it's nice. The only thing is that you might want a longer one, depending on where your iPad is when you lead worship, to get all the way down to your HX Stomp. Because this is not very long, like 3 feet, I think. So I'll try to find like a 6 or 10 foot version of this to link as well. But I just bought this to test it, and it works really well. Now I need to do a screen recording on the iPad. Now, if you go to heyworshipleader.com on your device or on your desktop, on your phone, whatever, you can scroll down. I'm recording this, I keep showing the camera, but you can scroll down until you see, oh look, Worship Pads bundle. Shop now. Add depth to your sound no matter what the size of your band. Your sound made better. Ambient Worship Pads. They're $9 right now. They're on sale, regularly $14.99. You get 3 different pads. A shimmer pad, a warm pad, and a guitar pad that I made with my guitar right there, running through the HX Stomp. I had a lot of fun doing it. I didn't even use the Jet Revelation with that shimmer setting yet. I think I'm gonna come out with another bundle and make some different sounds, but I'm gonna do that later. But I got the essentials up right now. I've been using these, they sound really good. So once you add that to your cart, you pay for it. Once you pay for it, you get an email, you get a link that lasts 24 hours, so make sure you click that link quickly. And what you get is an instructional PDF, and it just shows you how to download your files, what's included, and how to use it. Also, it says, let's connect. Let me know what you think. I love feedback, and let me know, guys, whether you buy the digital worship planner or my presets, the Expanse Pack, or these worship pads. If you enjoy them, let me know. Give me a testimonial. I would love to be able to share that with people on social media and the website. That would really help me out. I really appreciate that. And I actually asked you that in the instructions, so you can look at that. But what's the most important part about this is that there's a link. It says Worship Pads link to download, or you can just click this big button right here, and it takes you to a Google Drive. My Squarespace website won't let me upload files the size that these pads are. So I had to upload them to a Google Drive. And let me just share with you my experience of what it's like. It says couldn't preview the file. That's okay, you don't need to preview it, you're just gonna download. So I'm gonna click download. It says Google Drive can't scan the file for viruses because it's too large. We know that. These are 20-minute files per bundle per key. So there's 12 files per bundle. So we got 36 20-minute files in this bundle. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? Download anyways. Do you want to download? Yes, we do. It's a zip file. And then up here we can see our progress and it says it's downloading. So we'll come back when it's finished downloading. Like I said, it's a large file, but don't worry, take your time. I went ahead and downloaded it on my desktop first. That way I could save them to my own Google Drive, or you could save it to a hard drive. That's what I would suggest doing so you don't lose them. But the important thing is that you need these files on the device that you're gonna use to run your pads through. And while we're waiting, let me just share with you the app that I'm using. So I'm using this app called Soundboard, and there's also, this is an iOS app. There's also another app called something. I put it in my PDF. For Android users, it's called Neutron Music Player. I haven't personally used that because I don't use Android devices, but it's supposed to work with that as well. But if you're on iOS, Soundboard is the app. There's a free version and a paid version. I'm using the free version, and the only thing that it limits to is that you can have different boards right up here across the top, and I noticed that it only let me have 2 boards. And it also only lets you have 12 tracks per board. So I wasn't able to upload all 36. But a lot of times I don't use every single key. So I just pick like the 6 most common keys that I usually sing in, and then you'll have plenty of room. But what's cool about this app is that it allows you to fade in and out and crossfade between the tracks, which is very important when you're leading worship. If you have a whole set where it's all in the same key, then you don't have to worry about that. But if you're going from one key to another and you want that pad to crossfade nice and smoothly so you have really good transitions, this app is gonna help us do that. So there's some settings that I like to change, and so I want to share this with you before you import your files. I went ahead and made 2 boards here. You can see shimmer pads and then warm and guitar pads. I haven't imported anything yet, so I'm gonna show you how to do it from scratch. But click this little gear icon at the top left and click default track settings. Right under that you can see applies to new tracks when they're imported. It's important to do this first. I imported all my tracks before, and then I realized, oh, I wanna mess with these settings, and I had to do each individual track. Do this step first. So click on default track settings and copy these settings. I have my volume all the way up. My playback is loop and solo or toggled. I also have fade in and fade out toggled on, duration of 3 seconds. So this is gonna take 3 seconds to fade in and fade out. That's actually the stock setting, and I felt it worked pretty well. You can change it though and customize it for yourself. And then I also have solo tracks down here, fade all is toggled. Click done, and now we're ready to import our files. Let's go check on our files, see if they're done downloading. There they are, it's a zip file, let's click on it. I'm gonna click on my file, and it automatically starts unzipping that file. Okay, it looks like our pads are done. I'm gonna click on them, it says 3 items. As you can see, we have guitar, shimmer, and warm. All right, so let's import our files. We go up here to the top right and click this little plus button, import files. I'm in my downloads folder, which is where I downloaded these 2. HWL, Hey Worship Leader Pads. Boom, there's our 3 files right there. Let's do the shimmer pad first, just because, you know, do all these at the same time. Boom, they're all importing right there. These little settings across the top is what you wanna see, and they are highlighted based on the settings, the import settings that we did a little bit ago. So let's just say we are in the key of E. You just click on it. There they are. And then when you click off of it, it fades out. It takes 3 seconds to fade out because those were the settings. So let's click A. And say we want to go to the key of D. It slowly faded out of the key of A into the key of D based on the settings that we covered already. So now we know how to do that. Let's go and import some warm and guitar pads. So we're gonna go here, import files. Let's do select, we're gonna do the key of A sharp, B, C, let's just pick 6 here, G for sure, and E. Instead of A sharp, let's do D. These are the most common keys that I sing in. And then we're gonna open those. Like I said, it wouldn't let me do more than 2 boards of 12 each, so this is why I'm picking just my favorite. So now those are the guitar pads. I'm gonna go to my warm pads and do the same keys. A, B, C, D, E, G. Let's hook up the HX Stomp and let me show you how we can run it a few different ways. Alright, we're all plugged up, and so what I have is my guitar plugged into the left input on the Stomp, and I have my pads, my iPad running my pads into the right input on the back of the Stomp. And I've just pulled up a preset here from my Expanse pack. It's the HWL-H for humbucker matchstick preset, and it sounds like this. Love that preset. And now what we have here is just a serial path, meaning when I turn on my pad, it's actually going to run through all of the effects on that path A, because there's only one path right now, and that is not what we want. Now I'm going to give you just a glimmer of what this sounds like. It sounds horrible, but it sounds like this. Just go ahead and shut that off. It's hitting the drive of the amps, all that stuff. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is, I'm not using my effects loop, but we need to create a parallel path, and in order to do that, we have to drag something down on path B. So I'm going to actually get rid of this, and I'm going to pick a volume pedal. Let's just pick stereo, volume pedal, and we need to, I keep saying pedal, volume effect, volume block, and drag that down to path B. Now what we've done is we've created a path A and a path B, and we've created two more blocks. We have a split block right here. We'll come back to that. We have a mixer block right here. What we want to do is take this split block and move it all the way to the front, because if I were to keep it back here, the pads would still be run through everything that's before the split block. So we want to take this all the way to the front so we can have our clean pad sounds that are not affected by any effects. Make sense? Before we're ready, we have one more setting. We need to go to the split Y and make sure that things are panned the right direction. So we want balance A, which is the A path, go all the way to the left. And we want balance B, the B path, to go all the way to the right. Now when we push play, our signal is split, and we should have pads that are not being affected. And now we can play guitar, which is staying on the right path, right above it. Now this mixer path, I had this turned down a little bit. Let's turn our pads up. You can affect the volume of the pad here. You can also affect it down here with the volume block. And the reason I picked this volume block, one, so there's no effect, and also you can use an expression pedal and assign it to the sweep of that volume and be able to control how much pad you have on the fly with a pedal, which is pretty cool. And I go more in depth in another video. And there's a video you should definitely watch if you haven't seen it, called 2 instruments through 1 Stomp, which is kind of what we're doing here. And I go really in detail. So go check it out. I'll link it up here and down below. And I've also have another video where I was doing some ambient stuff, and I showed you how to assign this to that same sweep, so you could dial in how much of the effect, the reverb effect you want. It's basically the same thing. I'm not going to hook this up today for time's sake, but you could do that. So let me just show you how it works. We're going to turn on the G shimmer pad. There it is. And I can play on top of it. And let's say I want to go to a different song. Let's go to a warm pad. Let's turn on some delay. Let's go to the key of B. Let's pick a E warm pad. yeah, so you can see how to do it. And I've also, I think I mentioned this before, that a lot of people have asked me how to run, if they could run like an MP3, which these files right now are only MP3. So any device that runs MP3s, this will work. So if you want to run your song and practice along to it, you could definitely do that as well. I wonder if I could pull up a practice track. I can't, for copyright reasons, play an actual song, but let's see if I can pull up music stand here. Nope, can't play that. There's the click. So I can run a click through my ears that way. Yeah, you get the point. You can run your iPad, you can run your phone through your HX Stomp. Once you can practice, you can do different routing options. You could actually send it out your effects loop if you wanted, if there was a reason you wanted to do that. You can send out both stereo, 2 separate mono. You can mix it together yourself. You can hook up the pedal. There's a lot of different options. I hope you can see all the things you can do. My hope is that you would watch this video and think, oh, I can do that. And it would spark some creativity and you would find it easier to lead worship and be able to get some great and amazing sounds. Now remember, if you want to get your hands on the worship pads that I've made, you can just go to heyworshipleader.com/store. You can check out the pads, also have a worship planner in there, and the HX Stomp Expanse Pack that I mentioned earlier. And also I want to say thank you guys. We recently passed 4,000 subscribers. That's amazing. It's crazy to me to even think that there's that many people subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate the Hey Worship Leader community. I said this on Instagram the other day, but when I started putting out content onto the World Wide Web, the internet, I braced myself for all the negativity that could come, and I'm just amazed of how encouraging you guys are to me. It's been such a good experience. I love talking with you guys down in the comments and over on Instagram. You guys message me with questions and I try to get to them as quickly as I can. So just know that I really appreciate you guys. All right, so it's time for all the YouTube stuff. If you did like this video, do me a favor and help YouTube like this channel more so the word can get out. Like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then comment down below how you would use this setup, or if you've already done this. I would love to hear your experience. If you think this is a good idea and you've never done it before, let me know. Let me know by liking the video, like I said. And again, I appreciate you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.